Yes, good afternoon. My name is Bryan Hunt, and I thought I would take some time and make this presentation about the CN Tower. It's a fond memory I have. I worked on the location from 1972 until 1975, and I was a purchasing agent, and it was an exciting program. I wanted to share my album with you because it's a collection of memorabilia for me, and it's a tribute to the photographer of a great many of these shots, Werner Flegel. Werner had a love affair with the tower and sat out countless hours trying to capture lightning shots and things of that nature. He's passed on, unfortunately, but he gave me these photographs for my use, and a great many of them I took myself, you'll see as we go through. I'm going to try to explain some of the more interesting aspects, and I hope you enjoy this tour of the CN Tower from the eyes of someone who was there. This shot has some unique aspects. You'll notice the shape of the foundation, which were almost propeller shaped, and they are the footings, and they go down to bedrock with we have post-tensioning cables that are attached to the bedrock, and it comes up through that cement and allows the tower to rock like a string of beads. And along the side, you'll notice the excavation is covered with polyethylene film and tires to keep erosion down off of the banks and allow the excavation to not be re-swamped and filled up with sedimentation. In addition to that, that unit right there is the pump house, and we had a hydrostatic pumping system called a well point system that drew all the water from below the foundation in hydrostatic pressure, and that allowed us to build without any interruption. The other location here that's at the bottom shows the footings being poured.
This one?
It shows the tower at about 100 foot high, just starting to rise from the foundation and the excavation. Photograph that shows one of the lightning shots that we later on are going to be inviting. I'll explain that as we go along. Rupnik, upper deck foreman, wonderful man. Of interest because it was taken from the boom of the crane. You'll notice the crane is pointing out in this direction, and hanging from that is the camera with a bird's eye view. It's a beautiful shot. Pollyanna, as you can see here, was mounted on the top of the crane by the fellows. Bit of a lark, but we let it stay up there for about 3 or 4 months, I guess. In retrospect, some beautiful shots there of the sundown. That was taken by Hugh Wesley, the Toronto Sun, back in 1973, of myself and my Hungarian Puli, Kichi. Kichi was the tower mascot, used to sit under my desk and greet salesmen. And it was the design manager who said, "I'll bring him in," because I used to leave him in the Jeep when I was at work. And it was just better that way and worked out beautifully. There's my business cards as well. And Foundation Building Construction Company was the general contractor. Andre Jordan was the contract manager. These are some shots of my dog and I in a good angle for the tower. My AMX two-seater muscle car. Those were the days.
That's your dog again?
Yeah, there's another shot of my dog Kichi and myself. Lightning shot, but not hitting the tower yet.
Forms.
Yeah. You'll notice here a shot of the Heidi forms. These are jacking stations that raise the restaurant forming sections that you see on these pages up into position so that we could form the pod. I think that was at about 1,000-foot levels as well for the tower. It lightning hitting the tower. Now, as I've said to you before, it's going to have an ability to attract lightning. It's wanting to. I understand there's some tanks in the bottom that actually get heated water from this lightning attraction. This picture of myself and my wife at the tower at the time, and here we are looking down on the roundhouses and the Leon's Furniture and Distillery Brewery is down there now, the steam whistle. And you can see there
Antique trains.
the antique trains are on the tracks and the carousel, and there's a Lazy Susan that takes us from the various track allocations to various bays for the service in the garage. That's a good point. So now you'll see Olga here being used to raise the last section of the antenna on top of the structure for the boys to bolt together, and they're clinging to the outside. You can't make them out, but they're up there. Also, this was seen from every vantage point of Toronto, the highest point, everything going on at that day. photograph is especially one of my favorites. There's the Energy Minister, Donald MacDonald, Andre Jordan, our project manager, Sir Ernest McMillan, the president for the railroad, and Malachi Grant, the manager of design and engineering. This was a wonderful period for us, or moment. It was the topping off ceremony. The concrete was now finished. The following, these are all short little pages from brochures that were put out during the phases of construction, and to explain all the whys and wherefores. And this was a photograph of the only fatality we had on the site. This gentleman was killed when a piece of plywood lifted off a pile down on the ground level and broke his neck. This is a depiction of King Kong, of course, batting at helicopters, and it was just some sort of an abstract. More brochures. There were a lot of them came out during that time. This is a letter concerning the cold weather application for the cement and duct tape. We used Arnold duct tape at the time. Another lightning shot. A shot from the airport. Various newspaper recordings. A letter from the project head office explaining the positions. You'll notice them ticked off there. More brochures. Various information, comparative heights at the time to make it the world's tallest structure. This was quite a time for us. Interior shots. This was Sweet Willie, who jumped off. The only man who could ever jump off the very top, because now with the restaurant pod there, it's not possible to do what he did. He did it from the end of the boom on the crane. This is Paul Tracy's father. Paul's dad was the president of Traber Painting, and they did all the interiors for the pod. Newspaper excerpts. This is about the lightning I was telling you about earlier, how the lightning will be arrested on the antenna and then led down these copper straps right to the base, where it's supposed to heat water, I've heard, dissipate electrical energy harmlessly into the earth. But I heard there were tanks of water down there, and I seem to remember that as well. That's quite a lightning shot there. More brochures, more trivia, and in the latest adventure where you walk around the rim of the sky pod, and they're doing that right now. What do we got? There's.
All right.
This is a photograph of me in my office being interviewed by the gentleman from Wire Rope Industries. You'll notice the tower right outside my window, the Royal York Hotel over there. Includes our luck and journey through the past, memorabilia of the CN Tower, my fond memories, wonderful project to work on, some of the nicest people, and I think it's quite a collection you won't see very many places, and I'm pretty proud to present it. Also, again, tribute to Werner, who took so many of the shots, and my heart goes out to Werner, because he was never recognized for this beautiful photography. So thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoy it. Tell your friends about it. CN Tower lives on.
Thanks, Jake, buddy.
Jake Bunny for allowing me the opportunity to film all this and bring it to your viewing pleasure. Bye-bye.
Thank you.